This video is brought to you by Fivver. It was 2 in the morning in a little town called Kingman, Arizona. It's a small town off Old Route 66. I was there doing night photography when I was stopped by an officer who thought I looked suspicious. Of course, I hadn't done anything wrong. I hadn't broken any traffic rules or anything, but she had seen me putting away my tripod in the middle of an empty industrial area and thought that I might be up to no good. As a result, she had plenty of questions for me, and at one point I pulled out my camera to try to help alleviate her concerns. I thumbed through the photos I had been making on the back of my camera and endeavored to show her that I was legitimately a small-town photographer and that yes, 2 a.m. was a great time to do my job. She didn't attempt to hide the look of utter bafflement at my life choices, and at one point she asked, "Do you actually make money from this?" And I said, yes, I post my experiences and photos on YouTube. And suddenly all her concerns seemed to melt away and she gave me a smile and it was all better. I was gonna tell her more about how I survived doing this, but that was all it took. Seemed to make sense and she sent me on my way. So this strange encounter, strange for both of us, really got me thinking that we live in a world where being a documentary photographer in a small town draws suspicious, but saying that you're a YouTuber instantly makes sense for why someone's doing something completely out of the ordinary and moreover making a living at it. So, my friends, these are strange times, yes, but I am grateful that I get to be one of those weirdo YouTubers making the style of photo and video content that I love and earning money whilst doing it. And it occurs to me that in some ways it's the modern equivalent of being commissioned. I've been commissioned by you, my subscribers, to go out and to have photo adventures, to collect moments that are rewarding for me and vicariously for you, pass on any knowledge that I might gain in the process, and hopefully that's a win-win. But in that process, I've also commissioned others as well, and this video is kind of about that. On this trip, as I said, I went down to Kingman on purpose. That was my destination, and I really wanted it to be special. I knew that I would be spending 24 hours there, and I also knew that this little town and its environs was just a rural decay paradise. For those of you who live there, you'll know, or have been there, you'll know what I mean. And I wanted to study this town and make sure that I could get the best locations and the best lighting conditions. And in addition to that, where so often I only get to glimpse the small town and grab a few photos as I pass through and manage to grab, some fleeting moments. This time I would have a chance to stick around and really see how things changed as day turned to night, as night turned back to day. And I'm excited to show you the imagery that I collected. But first, I have to tell you one other thing that I did to really bring inspiration home for myself and to make sure that I was in the right headspace with an eye toward the production, the videos and the photos that I would be producing and that I would present to you. To that end, I decided to start with music. And I've done this before, and it's always been a wonderful catalyst for any production that I've been a part of. But to do this, I turned to the sponsor of this video, that's Fivver. I proposed an idea to Fivver that I pay musicians on their platform to create 2 pieces of music that would inspire the video that I would create. For the first song, I wanted an Americana style, sort of folksy, country-ish song, maybe with a hint of spaghetti western that would really reflect that faded beauty, that transcendent decay that captivates me about these small towns and continues to inspire me to continue to document these fading memorials before they're gone. And I wanted a song that reflected that and which would be in my head as I created imagery. For this, I found the perfect Fivver freelancer, I Buy Songs is the screen name, who specializes in country music. Secondly, I wanted a song that strongly contrasted with that, as much as day contrasts with night in small towns. During the day, I'm captivated by structures in their entirety, but at night, it's just small pieces of subjects with so much darkness encompassing them. You do feel a sense of creepiness, and it comes over you as much as by what you're seeing, but also by what you don't see. So the second song that I commissioned is more of a digital experiment into the nocturnal. For this, I found an excellent synthwave artist with the screen name The Gig Is Up, who knocked this project out of the park, as you'll hear in just a moment. And I have to say that both artists I found on Fivver simply did an amazing job. I ended up paying them both premium prices to the artists, but I'm very confident actually in hindsight that they both would have done a great job even at their lowest tier. Very little back and forth. I was just really pleased with what they came up with. So for you and whatever style of photography or videography that you do, when you think of the output, especially if it's something that's a media presentation, especially if it's special and important, you might consider commissioning music. Other than the obvious benefit of being able to tailor the song to your artistic intentionality, it's also an amazing experience to have helped create that song and to have it in your mind before you embark on your creative endeavor. The music is almost like having a running soundtrack as you capture subjects. It can really narrow your focus and keep you in that state of awareness and creativity. That was absolutely my experience, and I thoroughly enjoyed this photo adventure, and having music that I helped create in a way or commission inspire me, that made it all the more rewarding and arguably led to stronger output. So in the future, I'm looking forward to using Fivver and other photography related services like retouching, editing. Additionally, for you newer photographers, you can also use Fivver for private lessons to improve your photography skills. You can get 10% off your first Fivver order by using my promo code ANDREWGOODCAMERA in checkout. One other thing I will mention about the night photography before we dive into those presentations, like I said, since I had my son Alex there to help me document the experience, I brought out an interesting phone sent to us by Doji, and this phone records in night vision. And I think I might use this more in our night photography going forward, so I thought I'd mention that. You'll see some of that night vision footage. So, with all that preamble, I'd now like to share with you the video montage of me and my son Alex spending 24 hours capturing the beauty of rural decay in Kingman, Arizona. Enjoy.
These streets don't take me nowhere good. I'd stop right now and turn around if I could. But time it marches forward, yeah, time it marches on. No, I can't stay, no, I can't stay. Well, you know what they say, everything fades. Yeah, the sun, the moon, the stars, everything fades. Our houses and our cars, everything fades. You and me and you, we got it made. Yeah, you know what they say, yeah, everything fades. Can't break these chains I got on me. I'd crack these shackles off and live so free. But life is getting cold, I'm growing gray and old. No, I can't stay, no, I can't stay. Yeah, everything fades. Yeah, the sun, the moon, the stars, everything fades. Our houses and our cars, everything fades. You and me and you, we got it made. Yeah, you know what they say, yeah, everything fades. This highway heading nowhere, this road carries me home. This life of mine's so lonely, but it's all I've ever known. This heart keeps beating slowly, but I'll never lose my way. No, I'll never lose my way. I live for today, 'cause you know what they say, everything fades. Yeah, the sun, the moon, the stars, everything fades. Our houses and our cars, everything fades. You and me and you, we got it made. Yeah, you know what they say, yeah, everything fades. Everything fades. Yeah. everything fades.